So about a month ago, we discussed a video, and I'll put the tag up here, wherever it goes, for you guys. And we talked about Resident Evil 9 and a timeline maybe when that'll be coming out. It was an article we found back in May, and so first of all, thank you for all the support on the video. I think it's like over 1,000 views right now, which is awesome for this channel. So thank you guys, first of all, for checking that video out. And because I enjoyed making that one so much, and you guys obviously seem to love it, we're gonna dive back in with some more information I found in the month of June. The article we read last time was from May, so just a little bit more insight about maybe what the storyline could be, timeline of when it could come out, all that kind of stuff, console stuff. It did start with a tweet we saw from the same guy we looked at, Dusk Gollum, who's clearly a reputable Resident Evil leaker. And so we'll start with that, play some gameplay, like just whatever. If you guys do enjoy the video, please be sure to smash the thumbs up button. Consider subscribing if you guys are new to the channel, and turn on that notification bell so you guys never miss uploads here. And like I always say, if you guys are a new subscriber to the channel, make sure to just comment that down below and just let us know you're a new subscriber, and we'll welcome you to the community properly. So the tweet started with a Resident Evil enthusiast, I guess his @ is Village Aesthetic, and just said, "How long has Resident Evil 9 been in development?" And then, of course, Dusk Gollum quoted the tweet and said, "Resident Evil 9 started development in 2018. When it releases, it'll be by far the RE game that's been in development the longest, probably about a 6 to 7 year development." Now, diving into the article, where they kind of go off this tweet as well, it says, "Considering the dust hasn't even settled on Village, it's no surprise that details surrounding Resident Evil 9 are thin on the ground. Even if the Four Lords and Mother Miranda have bowed out in typically explosive Resi style, the story is far from over. Well, at least for some of the characters. From potential time jumps, a continuation of Chris Redfield's story, and the ability to actually play as a bio-organic weapon, here's everything we know about Resident Evil 9. Capcom confirmed there would be a Resident Evil 9 before Village even clawed its way onto console and PC. Since 1996, the developer has continued to churn out entries in this rotten world of shady organization and slow-moving zombies. It means it was no real surprise another game is out there brewing in the abyss. That being said, there are insider rumors that Resident Evil 9 will be the last of numbered entries. It's a formula that's worked well for Capcom. But with offshoots like Resident Evil Code Veronica and Resident Evil Revelations showing you don't have to stick with a linear format, it could be the end of a shoehorning Roman numerals into titles. We already know that the next game will round off the trilogy started in 2017 with RE7, but it could also be the end of the road for the story and characters we've come to know since the early days. Village packed a lot into its main campaign and delivered some nice twists that tied in back to the birth of Umbrella, faring better than the expanded lore did it in Resident Evil 5. Village could also serve as an endpoint as things came full circle. With the presumed time jump of the cards in RE9, it might be time to box off those lingering plot threads that Umbrella Corporation, its former employees, and the various viruses that it left behind. Front and center of Resident Evil 9 is clearly Rose Winters. Even though she spent the majority of Village as a babbling baby who was kidnapped, victim of Mother Miranda, the story leapt into the future with a jaw-dropping post-credit scene picking up with the teenage Rose. She was under the watch of sunglasses-wearing agent who is presumably part of the Bioterrorism Security Alliance, BSAA. The main game ended with Chris and Mia plotting of a course that the BSAA headquarters in Europe, so it's likely he's either toppled or rejoined his former employer. The post-credit scene gave Chris a name drop, so we know he's at least around somewhere in Rose's future. Elsewhere, artwork from Village confirmed that fan favorite Ada Wong was originally slated to appear. Away from hope she could get her own Village DLC, bringing Ada back for RE9 makes a lot of sense. Any number of series staples could rear the heads again. With Claire Redfield, Leon S. Kennedy, and Jill Valentine being an easy sell, it's a long shot, but who wouldn't want to see the miraculous resurrection of Albert Wesker? As Village has taught us, nothing is beyond the realms of possibility. Finally, the end of Village bizarrely teased the return of another ghost from the past. Despite Ethan Winters meeting his maker again in Village, The final shot of the game shows an unknown figure walking towards Rose, her escort. Players have dug deep into the game and deciphered that it's none other than Ethan himself. Capcom would have just used his character model as a placeholder, and although Village said the father's story is now finished, we aren't buying it. Trying to guess when Resident Evil 9 will be released is a bit like trying to solve one of the franchise's most difficult puzzles. Looking back at the recent releases, Resident Evil 6 landed in 2012, 3 years later after Resident Evil 5, while there was a 5-year gap between RE5 and RE7. Even though there was plenty of post-release content following RE7, it was 4 years between the first two winner games. Speaking to IGN game director Muramasa Sato, confirmed development on Village started about 18 months before RE7 even released, suggesting RE9 is already well into development process. Still, that doesn't mean it's likely to drop this side of 2025. Also, let's remember that Capcom released 2019 and 2020 remakes of Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. Between main series entries, we're guessing that even if RE9 is still a while off, the hopeful release of a proper Resident Evil 4 remaster could fill the gothic-shaped hole in our lives. Much like Mr. X, Resident Evil 9 is unstoppable killing machine that is marching towards us at some point. Although Village wasn't a perfect affair, it raised the bar in terms of mythology and the ability to continuously reinvent long shuffling series. While we're sad Lady Dimitrescu won't return as the poster girl for the next game, we're excited to see what Capcom has up its sleeves as we open up the umbrella all over again for Resident Evil 9. And then it got into the details about the tweet we saw. It says, taking to Twitter, Resident Evil leaker Dusk Golem recently relayed words that the next mainline installment in the series began development back in 2018. In other words, it's been in some form of development for roughly 3 years, despite it's not releasing anytime soon. According to the leaker, the game will be in development for 6 to 7 years, which means it won't be out until 2024 at the earliest. This is obviously a very long time in development, which suggests that a small team has been working on it for the last 3 years. So that was the article I found. It was actually really informative, and they kind of did dive into what I was talking about, bringing Ethan back and how they kind of hinted at the fact that they're going to give us some sort of storyline with Ethan's daughter. It definitely, I had such a fun time with Resident Evil 8. It sucks knowing that it's really that far in development. We have to wait probably 4 more years for it, even though it's been in development for the past 3. But it is confirmed, which is awesome. Let me know what you guys think down below. Did you guys find that article informative? Do you guys like these Resident Evil article reads? Just diving into the material, me sharing our thoughts. Let's have a discussion in the comments. If you guys did enjoy the video, like I said, please be sure to smash the thumbs up button. Consider subscribing if you guys are new to the channel, and turn that notification bell so you guys never miss uploads. And like we said every time, if you guys are a new subscriber to the channel and want to join the community, just comment that down below. Let us know you're new so we can all welcome you. As always, my name is Ross, and I'll see you guys in the next video.